Gotta be honest, my first time here in Portugal, it's not exactly what I expected it to look like. Looks like whoever you colonized came back to find you. Portuguese were leaving and the Indians were like, we're coming with you. Who's going to open the door at the hotel? Me. Are there any white people? Jesus. Are you Portuguese, sir? Proper or Brazilian or Azores or just regular? Because I found out being here that there's levels to the Portuguese. You know, depending on where you're from, it's like when you say Brazilian to a Portuguese, go, no. From here. I've never seen somebody hate other people so much. What's your name? Hugo. Should pick a more Russian name next time. Ooh. How do you spell it? With a J or some shit? With a silent H. But we've been saying Hugo. I don't know if you know how silent H's work there, Hugo, but silent H would just make you Hugo. And if you go, I go too.
From now, realize there's not going to be any more white people. Not going to be any more black people. Everybody's going to be beige. And I don't care. I'm already beige. You know what I mean? It's not going to affect me at all. But it's true. The whole world's mixing. There's nothing you can do about it. Eventually, we're all going to become some sort of hybrid mix of Chinese and Indian. It's inevitable. They're the two largest populations in the world. So you could run from us now. But sooner or later, we're going to hump you. And I'm thinking if we're already going to mix anyway, we should start mixing now, you know? You know, ladies, take some chances. Sleep around a bit, you know? If you see that Indian comedian that you really want to have sex with, I say go for it. But it's true, the whole world's mixing, you know? And eventually, everybody will look the same. But I'm thinking if we're all going to mix anyway, let's start mixing people now that would never normally mix. Just to see what we'll get. You know, hook up a Jamaican with an Italian. They could have little pastafarians, you know? I'm Indian. I could hook up with a Jewish girl. We could have little Hindus. Get a woman from the Philippines, a guy from Holland, little jalapenos. Guy from Cuba, a woman from Iceland, little ice cubes. A French and a Greek, freak. German and a Newfie, little goofies. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. We might as well help it along. I used to go with a Chinese girl. That was wicked going out with a Chinese girl. Could you imagine if her and I had gotten serious? Could you imagine that wedding? You know how much rice would have been at that wedding? Nobody'd be allowed to throw it at the bride and groom. Our parents would just freak out. What the hell are you doing? You're wasting the food. I told you not to invite white people to the wedding. They throw the bloody food around. Let's go to their weddings and throw mashed potatoes at them. It's gonna happen, man. My dad's been in this country for 40 years now. 40 years. And you know what's scary? Is I think my dad's turning into a redneck now. I swear to God, he's starting to say stuff that scares me, you know? I walked into my parents' house a couple of weeks ago. My dad was sitting there on the phone. He had the newspaper open in front of him. He had an ad circled. Somebody was selling a couch, right? So my dad's on the phone. He calls the ad. And on the other end of the phone, some Eastern European lady answered, and she couldn't speak any English. And all I hear is, "Hello, I'm calling about your couch." Hello? Hello? I want to know about your couch. Hello? Okay. I said hello twice. I would like to purchase your couch. And no English. I'm sorry? And no English. Then why the hell did you answer the phone? You don't come to my country if you can't speak the language. Click. My dad looks at me and goes, immigrants. I go, Dad, you're an immigrant. Hey, you watch what you say to me. I think that's one thing that separates immigrant families from the regular Canadian families, you know? Doesn't matter where your parents are from. They weren't born in this country. They will whoop your ass when you're growing up, won't they? It doesn't matter where your parents from. Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? They'll beat you with a cabbage roll. You know what I'm saying? They'll smack a pierogi upside your head if they have to. They'll beat you, right? Immigrant parents will beat their kids. Canadian parents, they're a little too soft on their kids. And that's fine, you know, whatever makes you happy. But you need to start beating your kids. I'll tell you why. Because growing up, kids now are growing up in a multicultural society. You know, you're going to have white kids growing up with black kids and brown kids and Asian kids, and they're all going to be hanging out in the playground. You know what I mean? And they're going to be talking about the ass whooping they got last night. Do you want that little white kid to feel left out? Beat that child so he's not a social outcast. We'll be sitting around, man, my dad beat my ass. My dad beat my ass too. The white kid will be like, I got sent to my room. We'll all be like, you've got a room? You need to beat the kids, man. Indian parents will beat their kids. Chinese parents, I would hate to get beat. Your parents know kung fu and stuff, man. I would hate to mess up in a Chinese house, man. Hey, cut this bong. Come here. It says you got an F in school. They wouldn't even need to beat you. They just go, oh, no, Sonny Tag. Indian parents will beat their... Indian parents aren't afraid to kill their kids if they have to, you know? My dad's theory was, if I get rid of one, I'll just make another one. And I will tell the new one what an idiot the last one was. Jamaican parents will beat their kids for no reason sometimes, won't they? Hey, boy, come here. Yes, Daddy? What's that for? Just in case. White people, please beat your kids. I'll tell you why else, because when I was growing up, right, I grew up around a lot of black people, which was fine, because the black people never picked on me. White kids, not so friendly back then. But every now and then, a white kid would come and hang out with us, and we were like, wow, a white kid! I've heard so much about you! And here's where the problem is. When a white kid would hang out with us, we'd want to be like the white kid. We would want to start to do everything like the white kid. We wanted to copy that white kid so much. And the problem is when we would start taking that white kid's advice on how to deal with our parents. That'll get you friggin' murdered, man. I remember hanging around this one little white boy, Ryan, when I was 10 years old. I went to his house after school one day, right? His parents never beat him, and they never even yelled at him. He could do anything he wanted, and nothing was going to happen to him. But he was an angry kid. We walked into his house after school, and his mom goes, Ryan, go clean your room. Fuck you, bitch! His mom goes, what am I going to do with him? I go, Ryan, you can't talk to your mom like that. Yes, I can. She's a jackass. Don't say that, man. She'll hit you. No, she won't. She's not allowed to. What the hell are you talking about, man? My parents hit me, Yeah, well, next time they try it, you tell them to fuck off. Are you sure? Trust me, it works for me. So I went home. For the last time. I walked in the house, my dad goes, Russell, come and do the dishes. Fuck you, Dad. What the hell did you say to me? Do I look like Ryan's mom? Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was my dad's threat. Right before he beat me. Every single time. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I hated that threat. You know why? Because he'd always say somebody. He'd never tell you it was you. I mean, you knew it was you. But he'd give you this hope. Oi, Russell. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Oh, I think you might know him very well. I'm in the back praying. I hope it's my brother, man. Please. I saw that little brat Ryan at school a few days later. I was like, yo, your little plan almost got me killed. He goes, oh, sorry, dude. I forgot to tell you the other part. If he's still going to hit you, threaten to phone Children's Aid. Why? Because if you phone Children's Aid, they'll come and take your dad away, and he'll get in trouble. You won't even have to call. Just pretend. It'll scare the crap out of him. You're 10 years old, you figure out how to scare the crap out of your dad? That's like finding kryptonite. I thought I'd try it. I was about to get my next beating. I stopped my dad. I go, don't do it. I'll phone Children's Aid. You ever had your parents call your bluff? You'll do what? I'll phone Children's Aid. Is that right? Oh. Oh. Well, let me get you the phone, tough guy. Wait, what are you doing? If I phone Children's Aid, you'll get in trouble. I might get into a little bit of trouble. But I know that it's going to take them 23 minutes to get here. In that time, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
There's a little boy right there. How old are you, buddy? How old? 18? Shut the fuck up. Your balls haven't even dropped yet. There's no way you're 18. 18. 18. Is that the age you're supposed to be? I mean, in here, I mean, you're 18. Does your body know about it? You look like you're 9. Who are you with tonight? Your parents. Okay. So mom and dad, is he really 18? What the happened? Is he okay? Man, what's your name? Sheil? Wow. It's amazing, Sheil. And does he always look like a child? Like when he was born, was he just a sperm or something? Was he... The doctor, congratulations, it's a boy. $18, bro. You look younger. Did we get a shot of him already? Because he looks... Look at that. Hey, you don't even have your first mustache yet. That's an Indian right up... All the girls in here have them already, and you don't. You got a girlfriend? You don't want to say because your parents are right there? Have you been giving them the shield meal? $18, bro, that's crazy. Dad, what's your name? What? Sanji? Or Sanjit? Or Sanju? Or Sanjot? Which Sanj is it? The right one. And what about the left one? He hasn't got the right or the left yet. They're still just stuck up there. And who's that guy beside you? Do you know him? No, he's just... And that poor guy's 13 beside you. That's unfortunate. Who did you come with tonight? That's the best Indian answer ever. Then what? Came by yourself, and you know why? You don't give a... What's your name? Puneet. How old are you, Puneet? 40. Okay, well, you look good for 40. He looks childish for 18. And how old are you, Dad? 50. So you're my age, and you've got a child that looks like a child. Is he your only child? Yeah, because you were like, I can't do this twice. I mean, maybe you have a 9-year-old who's in a petri dish somewhere. I don't know, maybe just...
All right. You guys having a good time now? Nice. So this is we're getting an idea of the show now. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you something. My parents now have been in Canada 41 years. They moved from India to Canada 41 years ago. I don't know how they picked it or whatever, but they were like, Canada. And I was like, okay, well, maybe when you get there you'll be able to say it. So, but when my dad first moved to Canada, he didn't just want to live here, you know what I mean? He didn't want to be a guy that just lived in Canada. He wanted to become a Canadian. And he thought that there was things that you could do to become a Canadian, like you just do a couple of things and bang, overnight you're a Canadian, you know what I mean? And he used to come up with these schemes when I was a kid. I remember one time when I was a little kid, he called me, he was like, son, come here. Here's the thing with Indian parents too. They never just tell you directly to come and do something. It's just not that kind of culture. You know what I mean? Indian parents will not boss you around like that. Hey, come here, because they have salesmen built into them. You know what I mean? No matter what the situations, they feel the need to convince you to do something. You know what I mean? And sometimes they'll just take one word and make it sound like a question to make you come there. Be like, Russell, come. 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 So remember this one night, right? My dad was like, son, tonight we will become Canadians. I said, Dad, I was already born here. I think I got it covered. Okay, but what's your plan? He goes, son, I have bought a barbecue. I go, well, what are you going to do? Cook the rest of Canada and we're the only ones left? No, Canadians like to eat the barbecue. I go, Dad, they don't actually eat the barbecue, but I think I know where you're going with this. I go, what's your plan? He goes, tonight, we will have a barbecue in the backyard. We will invite all the neighbors. They will come over, eat our food, and think we are a Canadian. I said, Dad, if they eat our food, they're going to know we're not Canadian. Our food will have flavor. It's funny, sometimes Canadian people, white folks get mad at that joke. Hey, hey, hey. You don't diss our boiled potatoes. Right, sometimes I put salt in that water. So my dad said, no, son, I have bought white food for the barbecue. I go, what the hell is white food? You know, hamburgers, hot dogs. Hamburgers and what? Hot dogs. What the hell's a hot dog? Hot dog, you know? Hot dog. Garam kuttas. Oh, hot dogs. Well, whatever fancy name you want to give them. And I remember that night, you know, my dad had all the neighbors over, and he was standing behind the grill looking so proud, and I walked back in the backyard, and he goes, huh, son, huh? Do I look Canadian? I go, you look like an Indian guy in Canada. But is everybody having a nice time? Like, everybody seems to be having a nice time. Then why do you keep on staring at me? Well, the rice keeps falling through the grill. This is a stupid method for cooking. Show me how to do this. Show. Give it up for that guy, that white guy. He's a legend. You're legendary, sir. You're legendary. How are you? I don't know if you noticed, but you're white. I'm not sure how that happened. Where are you from, sir? Spain. Oh, shit. You left over? Wow, how many centuries ago did they get here? And this guy's still, no sé aquí. What's your name? Sorry? Alex. I think you mean Alejandro. Don't you Alex me. You should find a Chinese woman so you can make Filipinos. It worked once before. How long do you live here? How long have you been living here? 10 years. Don't you try and seduce me, Alex. I hear the way you're talking to me. Alex, 10 years. Do you like my taba? How old are you, Alex? 40? That's it? What the f*** happened, Alex? What? What's wrong with you, huh? This guy looks terrible. I mean, you look great, Alex. You and I are on the opposite ends of 40. I'm almost 48, and you know. What's wrong, buddy? Let's talk. Is that your wife with you? Hi, wife. How are you? I like that she's leaning away from you. Is that your wife? Mahal kita. Nice. Okay. Do you work, Alex? What do you do? Real estate. Out here. Anything good? Got some shit we should know about? All right, good. And there's a Bombay over there in case you need some money. want to be strict, you know. I want to be strict with my daughter. She's only 2, so I can't really gauge how I'm going to be with her yet. I want to be like my parents, but not as crazy. Because Indian parents are a little crazy with their kids, you know. And I want to be like a white parent. I love watching white people talk to their kids. White parents have this way of speaking to their children like they're humans. It's beautiful to watch, you know. But I think white parents, I can't be as lenient as a white parent, because white parents, you take it a little too far, you know? Like, you give your kids options. They're a fucking kid. They shouldn't have any options. I was in the mall the other day. I saw a white lady in the food court, and she said to her 5-year-old son, she goes, "Sweetheart, what do you want to eat for dinner?" And the kid goes, "I don't know." "Okay, well, when you figure it out, you let mommy know, and I'll make it for you, okay? I love you." She asked a 5-year-old what he wanted to eat. Not, do you want this or this? What? He could have said, I want shoes. I want to eat a pair of shoes. She would have had to make him a pair of shoes. I can't even comprehend, like, I grew up in an immigrant house. Let me tell you something. In an immigrant house, mom does not, there's no dinner for the adults and dinner for the children. Mom does not care what the fucking kids like. Mom does not cook for the kids. Mom cooks for dad. Whatever dad liked is what you were eating for dinner. That's the way it worked. It doesn't matter what your dad liked, that's what you were having for dinner. It turns out my dad used to love molten hot plates of lava. I was the only 5-year-old farting fire at 5. They used to call me Dragon Ass at school. But white parents explain things to their kids, you know? They do. They take the time to do that. That's nice. Indian parents, they're the worst. If they don't want you to do something, they will make up the most insane story as to why you shouldn't do something and scare you into not ever thinking about doing it. And you don't think your parents are creative, so they're like, they couldn't be making that up. That must have happened, you know? I'll give an example. I grew up just outside of Toronto, a small town called Brampton, and B-Town represent. And I grew up in these townhouses, and all the driveways were attached in the townhouses. And at the edge of the driveway was a road, well, a major road where all the cars can drive. We were obviously not allowed to play on the road. We were only allowed to play on the driveways, for obvious reasons. Now, this was the white lady next door telling her son not to play on the road. "Sweetheart, mommy doesn't want you to play on the road." "Why not?" "'Cause it's not safe." "So you could get hurt." "I don't care." "Well, I do." "So?" "If you get hurt, you'll make mommy sad. Do you want to make mommy sad?" "No." "Well, then be a good boy and play in the driveway." "Okay." "I love you." It was so good, she explained it to him. She told him why he shouldn't do it. She gave him the consequences as to what could happen. He had all the information he needed to not play on the road. And you know what? He didn't play on the road. Not my dad. This is my dad telling me the same thing. Russell! Don't go on the road, you'll get hit by the car and you'll break apart. Not I might get hit by a car. No, I will get hit by the car. Apparently there's only one car in my neighborhood, and I was going to get hit by it, and I was going to break apart. How the fuck do you break apart? When I was a kid, I thought I was made out of Lego because I was going to break apart one day. Good. Guys, I guess, thanks for coming. That's a hell of a group. All right. Yeah, that's not that important. I really wish the three of you were sitting together, the red, green, and the yellow, because then you'd look like a stoplight. But it's a very green shirt, brother. What are you doing? What, were they sold out of real colors, or were they... Yes, I would like something in green. Green. I love kulfi. I just want... What's your name? Abhishek. And who'd you come with tonight, Abhishek? On your own. Who were those guys leaning on you? It's India. Anybody just leans on you. Hello? So you guys really don't know those two guys on either side of you? Oh, well, have you met? What's your name? What? Biatch? That is a horribly unfortunate name to have. Listen here, Biatch. Biatch, that's Abhishek. Abhishek, that's Biatch. Beside you, that's... And you two are a couple? What do you mean, no? What? Who vehemently denies a woman like that? Nope. Never met her. You're just friends? You're colleagues? You work together? Huh? With an accent. Yes, I heard it. You said it, I repeated it, and then ta-da. Or as that guy would say, ta-ta. You know. And by ta-ta, he means one only. This one. I gotta be honest, that is my favorite Indian language, Punjabi. Oh my God, it's just so precise. Like the insults aren't random, they're directed in the most specific way. Dirty burn the land. What the f***? My God. My sister does not have a penis. Wow, where'd you guys meet? Here in New Jersey. And when did you leave India? 2008. Both of you? Same time? So you did not leave in 2008? Just... See, the answer was, so when did you leave India? And she said 2008, and he said yes. I said, both of you? He goes, yes. And then he goes, but I left a year after. You left the U.S. in 2009? Where the did you go? You went back to India? You're like, enough of this. This traffic is ridiculous. I'm going back to India, where it's absolutely ridiculous. And what part of India? South India, where? What'd you call me? Where? Oh, near Hyderabad. Why didn't you just say that, for sakes? I didn't need the village name. I mean, you know, Guntur. I'm like... Like, I know, but I don't know every inch of India. You know what I mean? Black couple, good to see you. I don't think I didn't see you. I don't want you to feel left out. Yeah. How you doing? You good? What's your name, boss? Sorry? Alan. You don't have to put on that white voice for me, Alan. It's, Alan. Alan. I didn't even say, like, license and registration. I was like, hey, what's your name? You could have just been like, Alan, mother. You know, you're like, Alan. Yep, just me and my old lady hanging out. Even the white guy went, huh? What do you do, Alan? You fix appliances. All right. Every time I hear something like that, I look at the Arab guy in the front, just to see if his eyes went, That's a great idea. You from Jersey? Yes, sir. And that's your wife, your girlfriend? Girlfriend. Your voice cracked. Did you hear that? You went from white guy to teenager in no time. You see that? Alan. Girlfriend. What's your name, buddy? Philippe? Oh, Dilip. Don't fuck. Dilip? There's no fucking Dilip in India. Dilip. That's what you do if I had to jump from here to there. I would. Oh my God, I have to make the leap. And then. Fucking Dilip. How are you going to try and make an Indian name sound French? I am Sanjay. What is this? Sanjay. Do you mean Sanjay? How do you let him say Dilip? Are you Indian, sweetheart? What are you? White girl? Well, I couldn't tell you. It could be a pale-ass Indian girl. You got on Indian clothing and it looks all festive, like Christmassy and shit. Like he really sold you on that Dilip, didn't he, huh? You took Dilip of faith and wore that outfit for him. What do you do, Dilip? You work as of course you do. Why wouldn't you work as a programmer? Look at that brown guy right there. Jesus, with the Canada shirt, that's amazing. It's like you Googled, what does an Indian guy look like? And then you're like, yeah, that's... Wow, that's amazing. We need him for all the India promotions, don't we? Come to India. What's your name? Prasad. Doesn't sound Indian one bit. Prasad. You from Canada? Windsor. I'm from Canada too. I've never seen you there. What are you doing out here? You're an engineer. So that didn't answer me why you're out here. I didn't say, what do you do, Prasad? I was like, what are you doing out here? I'm an engineer. Do you engineer things out here? Good. Is that your lovely wife? I like how uncomfortable everybody is in here tonight, huh? My Chinese friends, I worry about you. Because you gamble way too much. This is not a healthy lifestyle, this gambling. Where are my Chinese people? I can see Asians. I don't know that you're Chinese. I don't want to assume. Are you Chinese, sir? Good, I took a guess. Are you awake? Are you? I mean that in the most respectful way you can ask another human being that. What's your name? Sorry? Peter. Hey, Peter. I don't believe you, but thank you. Where are you from? China. Downtown? Downtown China? Which part of China? Northeast. Oh, hold on. Okay, there, yeah. None of us know where the picture. We're like, is that Hong Kong or not? Is that... What language do you speak then? Mandarin, okay. And Cantonese or just Mandarin? Just Mandarin, okay. And what's your Chinese name, Peter? It's a hard one for me? I don't know, I'm willing to give it a shot. Because you're Chinese, I'm willing to gamble. Go for it, Peter. What? Dung Li? Oh, Jung Li? Wait, Jung Li, that's a what does it mean? It means something in Indian. It's like bad. Like it's like mischievous or something, you know? Jung Li? Jong Li. Gandhi? You just morphed into an Indian. Do you gamble, Peter? No? Good. That's very impressive. I was at the casino, and you know how you know Chinese people gamble too much? Because there's games at that casino that only Chinese people know how to play. Pai Gao! I don't know how to play that. I don't even know how to say it without sounding like I'm doing some sort of martial arts when I do it. Hey guys, you guys want to go play Pai Gao? And then just keep walking. Yeah, that's a sign that Chinese people gamble too much because we're not anywhere near Asia, and Pai Gao is just sitting there. You know how you know Indian people don't gamble at all? Or not enough, at least? Because there's no roulette wheel in the casino with an Indian woman's face on it. And you got to get the red ball to land on her forehead. You know what I mean? Just like... Oh, so close. Just... Well, I thank you for, it's a big deal for the Chinese people this holiday. I appreciate you being here, Peter. It's Year of the Dog. I'm a dog. I was born Year of the Dog, too, so, we got that in common. I don't know that we have that in common, but... Good. How you guys doing? You look dangerous. Nice. Jesus Christ, how f***ing comfortable do you want to get? A lot, honey. I just want to watch this show. Like, do you guys have footstools? Can I get a footstool? You tired, sweetheart? Sorry? It still sounds good? A stool sounds good? Oh, okay. Well, go back to sleep, sweetheart. All right. You got yourself a brown guy, so good job, huh? BYOB. He doesn't look Indian, though, in all fairness. He looks some sort of other thing. That's an Indian right beside you. Like, we can tell. And then, you're not Indians? Are you sure, buddy? Have a look in the mirror. Look like somebody, the driver, is what it looked like to me. Those guys look Saudi. You, my friend. I doubty. Somewhere there's an Indian family going, why is this child so violent? I don't know why. Always wants to blow things up. I don't know what his problem is. Your family's wondering why you're so passive. We don't know why he's so good at math. Brown guy, how are you? Well, in all fairness, you're extra brown. It's okay. And then what's your background, sweetheart? Italian, Irish, and German. Well, don't start. Listen, it's not a lot, all right? Listen, yeah, white. Yeah, that's it. America, when you answer a question, don't go back centuries, all right? Just... It stops at your parents. What were your parents? Where were they born? Bam, there's your answer. I look at the brown guy, I know his answer's going to be legitimate, I hope. Where's your family from? India. See how fucking easy that was? There was no confusion. Well, India, but mom's side was one village and dad's was another village. And... But white people in America, you just want to be exotic. Stop it. Just be American. There's nothing wrong with it. Irish, Italian. What other food do I like? Oh my God, I'm part sushi. And Mongolian grill. How you doing? Good? Sir, you know that sweater you're sort of wearing? You could put it over your fucking head, that's all I'm saying. It just... What are your socks tied around your ankles? What are you doing? It's... At first I thought he was wearing like an Indian woman's scarf, and then I'm like, that's a sweater. How are you, sir? Good to see you. What's your name? Anil? Adil? That's the one thing an Indian person won't fucking give you. That's ironic that your name is Adil. What's your brother's name? A shit sale? It's my sister ripoff. What do you do, Adil? You're in business? Of course you're in business. Fucking Wahindi. What kind of business? Sorry? You sell cars? Any particular kind, or just every car out there on the road? Do you specify in which car company you deal with, or do you deal with one company or many companies? So you're a dealer. It's a good thing your parents never named you unemployment, or you'd be fucked. Good to see you. Who'd you come with tonight? Sorry? Who? Mr. Shaw? That could be fucking 100 people in here. Do you know how many Mr. Shaws, Mr. Patels, Mr. Singhs are in this room tonight? Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're on a date with your friend, Mr. Shaw. I'm sorry that woman is ruining it for you. Ma'am, why don't you just step aside? You're cock-blocking these two right now. Good times, huh? Very African man, how are you, sir? I say very African man because you're wearing the whole thing. That makes me feel good. You're looking around, sir. You know I'm talking to you. I mean, I was watching you asleep, first of all, and every time I looked at him, it was like this. I was asking backstage, I said, where's that guy from? They were like, not from here. Where are you from, sir? Sorry? Bombay? Oh, yeah. That'd be believable if you had said Madras, because they're dark as shit down there. Just by your answer, I'm going to say you're Nigerian. Well, good. Good to see real African people here. That's what I'm talking about. Black dude, how are you? You know I'm talking to you. You know. Is that an Indian guy beside you? I can't tell what that is right there. It's a mighty pink shirt you got on, sir. Did you get a deal on it? Oh. You know, somebody got mad at me one night. They go, Russell, it's cool when you make fun of different races, but you shouldn't talk about deaf people. I was like, what? Yeah, you shouldn't talk about deaf people. No, seriously, what? You know what? Fuck deaf people. Are they here? Even if they were, it's up to you to tell them what I'm saying. Fuck them in their ears. Let me tell you something about deaf people. Does anybody here know sign language? And I mean actual sign language, not this. And not gang signs. You can't do gang signs to a deaf person. I'm like, that guy stutters. You know. If you know sign language, you'll know that I'm not making this shit up. Whoever invented sign language had their own little racist agenda happening. Because sign language is a very offensive way of communicating. They're trying to change it now to make it more politically correct. I'm serious. You know what the sign for Chinese person is? Let me tell you something. It's exactly what you think it is. You still feel bad for these deaf sons of bitches? You know what the sign for Indian person is? Because I live in LA, I had to learn the sign for Mexican. I learned 2 signs for Mexican. The first one doesn't even seem offensive till you find out what it is. Here's the first sign for Mexican. Look. You know what that is? A poncho. Here's the second sign for Mexican. This is fucked up too. Look. A long-ass mustache. What the fuck does that have to do with being Mexican? My gardener's never shown up at my house. Hola, señor. I'm here to shave the grass. You're Colombian. I don't know what the sign for Colombian is. Probably, I don't know. I'm just saying. Cubans, probably. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm speculating on these ones. Black people, I don't know what the sign for black people is. It's probably fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think he was a Negro. I'm just saying. I don't know. I cannot confirm these ones. But anything is possible. Do you know what the sign for retard is? This is foul. I'm not making this up. Here's the sign for retard. That's the sign for retard. You can have 2 deaf guys standing around going, hey, look. You have handicapped people mocking other handicapped people. Jews, I don't know what you've done to the deaf community. I don't know if they had land and you wanted it, but I learned 3 signs for Jewish people. And I'm not making this shit up. Each sign is progressively more offensive than the next. Here's the first sign for Jewish person. Now the first sign isn't so bad. It kind of makes sense when you see it. Here's the first sign for Jewish person. Look. Right? It's a long beard. You go, oh, that makes sense. A Hasidic guy, yeah, it makes sense, right? Then they start to get fucked up. And I'm not making this shit up. Here's the second sign for Jewish person. That's fucked up, isn't it? And here's the third sign for Jew. And I'm not making any of this shit up. Look. That is some foul shit. Arabs, I don't know what the sign for Arab is, but I can only imagine, You know what? It can't be, because deaf people can't hit that note. Thank you very much, New York. You guys were awesome. Good night. And when I was like 17, 18, I was still DJing, I was still boxing, and then I was about to graduate high school, and I said, Dad, I want to be a dancer still, kinda. And he goes, son, when you work at the airport, you can still be a break dancer. What you do is you dance on your break.
I thought I wanted to be a dancer, right? I was like, I'm gonna be a dancer because back then this shit didn't exist. There was no hip hop classes back then. If you have kids, you know, you send them to dance school and they have, what's your kid doing? My kid's doing hip hop classes. There was no fucking hip hop classes in the 80s. You were a break dancer or you were a fucking one of these, right? And I didn't know that shit existed. I walked into a dance school. I'm like, yo, I want to be a dancer. They're like, so do we. And I was like, whoa, I never danced again, ever. So what was your dream, Akshay? You know your dream sucked nowhere near as much as my dream sucked. You feel really confident about your dream right now, don't you? What was your dream, buddy? You thought you were going to be a swimmer. See, how is that a bad dream even? Why are you so ashamed of your good life? I've never seen somebody, I'm so ashamed of myself. Are you a good swimmer? What do you mean you used to be? You throw your ass in water, I'm sure you'll figure it out. We all get fat, Akshay. We all get fat. You want to hear something funny? I boxed for 9 years. Do you know what I used to fight at? 147. No. To get to 147 now, I'd have to contract full-blown AIDS. That's the only way I'd make weight. You want to fight Mayweather? Let me go fuck a hooker without a condom. I'll be right back. That's the only way I'm making 147 now. Sorry, ladies. I didn't mean to get all dirty. You know what's funny is when you're a comic, you're on stage, right? You're aware of your whole room, and you mark people in your head. That's stop recording me. Just watch the fucking show. Enjoy life right now. Don't enjoy it later. How was the show? Oh, I'll tell you after. I'm sorry. So when I'm on stage, I mark people in my head. And then these two ladies right here, I marked them in my head. I go, that's your audience right there. That's how it works. When I walked out, I said, I want these two ladies to laugh. That's what I said. I said, I know I can make the younger people laugh, right? But in my head, I walked out and went, clock, those are the ladies I'm clocking in my head. And the black guy behind you, because he looked like, I don't know about this young motherfucker. But and you don't know that that's an old black guy. You can't tell, right, ladies? You can't. You ever look at a black person and try to guess their age? Don't, because you can't tell. Black people don't age on the outside. That man could be 190 years old. We don't know. If you ever want to know a black person's age, you have to talk to them. Because the only thing that ages on a black person is their voice. You'll be like, how old are you? What are you, like 40? Oh, no, motherfucker. I ain't been 40 in but 45 years. Shit, I know that's right. I'm like, how old are you, sir? 200. There you go, see? It's good to see a white guy. That's nice. Good to see you, buddy. And you got an Asian girl. That's also good. Good. Where are you from, white guy? England. Never heard of it. Thanks for still being here. I'm sorry. I know it's coming across the wrong way right now, but what's your name? Cliff? Like, good to see you, Cliff. And is that your girlfriend, your wife? Wife, nice. And where's she from? Korea. Oh, nice. Annyeong. And where'd you guys meet? In Korea. What the were you doing there? I mean, historically speaking, this was it. You know what I mean? And then what were you doing in Korea, Cliff? Teaching English? Good.
Be amazing if he was there teaching Korean. And what's your wife's name? Eugene? Eugene. Mujine? Wait, slow down. Everybody's making noises. Jean? Eugene. How, you know her? Eugene. But not like Eugene, like the guy. Like, it's Eugene. Oh, Eugene. And how long have you been married for, Clifford? 7 years. Nice. It's a long time. You look very young. Look at the shot of him. He's got a baby face. I actually thought he was a lesbian at first. I was like, that's nice. It's nice, the LGBTQ community support. I mean, that's amazing. That's great. Well, good. And do you guys have babies?